I'll just go through this trade deal that Trump did yesterday with Lutnick. I'm sorry, I know it's a cheap shot. But because I did a video for the Political Voices Network about it. And, here's the thing. Here, let's play it, actually. Let's have Lutnick do it, explain it.
So we feel really good about the deal. You've heard the Prime Minister. He feels really good about the deal, right? And we started at 10% and we ended at 10%. And the market for America is better.
What?
And this is a perfect example of why Donald Trump produced Liberation Day. People don't understand. He gets things done in a matter of time. This would have taken Jameson and I 3 years, maybe.
So we started at 10% and we ended at 10%. What a deal. What a great deal maker. He gets things done. Yeah, we're done. America's done. So we started at 10% and we ended at 10% for the low, low price of tanking the world economy, of wiping out, what is it, 10 trillion in global stock market value, shrinking America's economy, decimating small businesses from sea to shining sea. That's the price we paid, right? And we're supposed to get distracted by the spectacle of another spineless sycophant debasing himself for Trump's approval. Isn't it incredible? And look at Trump. And that's why I call him a baboon. He's a freaking baboon. Look, he's sitting there like a big arm. Well, he's more, I guess he looks like an orangutan more. But, I don't really want to insult baboons and orangutans because they would never put the stupidest baboon in a position of leadership, especially in the top executive office, I guess, on Earth, not just in the United States. That's why everyone is interested in our politics and what happens in America, because we have a lot of influence still, but not until Donald Trump gets through with us, that's for sure, because the problem here, on top of everything else, see, we got the same trade deal. And I wrote an article at the Political Voices Substack about it. And I'm not saying I'm not an economist, but I don't pretend to be. But I was researching this. It's the same goddamn deal we already had. 10% tariffs. Except now there's a sweetener in the deal for luxury cars. So they get, it's more of, it's another handout to the top 1%. Rolls Royce, Bentleys. I think there are like less than 2,000 Rolls Royce in the country. So they had to carve out, that deal for the elites. Nothing for small businesses that have been decimated in this needless, unnecessary trade war that the freaking baboon started for no goddamn reason, because no other reason than he hates everyone. He hates Earth. He wants all the people of Earth to be like, get Donald Trump on the phone, right? This is why I hate these MAGAts, because they're so full of shit. And you could say everything that you want about the Democrats, and we do, and I do, but we would not tolerate that. We would point it out. We would point out the hypocrisy, and we do. We don't rally around members just because they have D's after their name, like these filthy fascist cultists do to their own members who are unfit. I mean, these are the people, finally, they got rid of George Santos, but how long did that take? How many votes did he take? This con man, an utter con man, just like traitor Trump. So, but worse. There's another video I had of Howard Lucknick doing this disgusting pantomime. of praise.
I want to make this clear. While Jameson and I worked hard, this was the president's deal. And people think, oh, that's not the way it works. If you got to sit next to him, I have the best deal maker to my left. And if you don't think that we take advantage of him calling the prime minister and getting that deal done, you don't understand who's the president of the United States. So he's the closer. He gets deals done that we could never get done because he understands business. He understands deals. And that's why we're here today.
Aren't they embarrassed for themselves? No, I guess not.